first community the Lieutenant Governor and I heard from was the religious community. The second one was the community that manages funerals. I can't think of 2 times in someone's life where you would want to be physically close to those you care about most than during a time like this. And I can't imagine church and someone's funeral being any more special than in moments like this. As I looked out at that empty synagogue, I thought a lot about all the people who wanted to be there physically and were working real hard to be there spiritually. And the conversations the Lieutenant Governor and I have had with folks who haven't been able to attend the funeral that they wanted to attend for their loved one because of the constraints associated with our emergency orders reminded both of us of the difficulty and the trade-offs that are associated with every one of these decisions. But many people who have had that opportunity for physical closeness taken away from them, and these are others.
What would need to happen, what would you need to see at this point? Or that you also said that your decisions are informed by your advisors and other experts. What specifically, if anything, have you heard from them at this point that's allowed you to decide that at this point shelter in place is not the appropriate thing?
Well, let's start with shelter in place as it's been pursued in other places. Just to be clear, you can still, in all those other places that have issued orders like that, go to the grocery store, still go to the pharmacy, still go for a walk. In none of those places is the fundamental position of government, state or local, that people should spend all of their time inside. So let's just start with that. Secondly, what we said all along is that we will make decisions based on data and guidance that we get from public health experts, from state and federal authorities, and based on the facts as we understand them on the ground here in the Commonwealth. That's been our position all along, and it's going to continue to be our position.
Would you say that some of the towns will already order some sort of suspension of major retail, such as Somerville?
Yeah.
Are you in support of those towns? Some of them say that they were kind of waiting on the state's act, and because the state didn't act, they just took initiative on themselves.
What I believe our job is to do the best we can to create a framework to deal with this virus. And last Sunday, when we basically said takeout only for restaurants or other food serving entities, no gatherings of more than 25, and a whole series of other initiatives that were basically designed to dramatically reduce. The governor and I, for the past 5 years, as former local officials, have said one of the things we think is most important is that we set a framework, but if locals want to do things within that framework, that's their call because they know their communities better than we do.
Governor, today we're learning that there's a prisoner that tested positive for COVID-19. What do you have to say for other people serving time and people who work in prisons who are worried?
Yeah. Do you want to speak to this one?
So there was an individual at the Bridgewater Treatment Center who tested positive. The Department of Corrections has followed all the protocols around isolating the individual, doing the contact tracing, the people who the individuals come in contact with. All of those individuals, if they were staff, went home and are being tested. The place was disinfected. So we believe that the treatment center has followed all the protocols that we do in any other facility that where you would have a patient, a person, or in this case, an inmate who was tested positive.
What about in any other facility? Just to follow up to that, I mean, how do you prevent a further outbreak, I guess, if it were to get worse? I guess it's kind of a hypothetical. Would you isolate these inmates as best you can, not let them know? How do you kind of preserve human rights with fighting this virus?
Yes. So again, anyone who is symptomatic or suspected, right, is tested, regardless of the setting, tested, and sort of quarantined or isolated, whatever term you would like, pending the results. And these are results that go to our state lab that turns them around quickly, and then you do.
What are some of those sites that you guys are considering? The mayor of Boston spoke about it yesterday. That's also in discussions.
Yeah, he was.
Just what are some of the sites?
Well, this so much that they have literally like a cookbook of models, right? You know, this is one model we do. This is another model we do. This is another model we do. This one takes this amount of time. This one takes this amount of time. You can put this in one and this kind of